And in the bottom left, in the blue, introduced by Psy, for Psy, Storm Gaming, it is Gerald. I just wanted like, rah, yeah, like, you know, whenever you introduce people, I always want a little crowd cheer going on, you know? I feel like that would be nice on the soundboard to hype it up a little bit.
It would be like those comedy shows, though, where like every time a joke is made, you hear the people laugh and clap, even though it's like a clip or something.
I'd actually like that if we had one of those as a caster. Like, we can just, whenever we make a terrible joke, we can just do the laughing track, and then everybody knows that it's funny, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit of an extract.
Give you feedback at later for production. Actually, yeah, I'm doing production to me. Just send me one of those clips of people laughing.
I'll send you an email. Don't worry.
That would be fun.
I said an extractor trick there, but no, actually preventing the extractor for just a little bit. Cute little move from Gerald. But by the way, I hear everyone pronounce his name differently. I would think Gerald, but is it Gerald? I've heard Geralt as well. I think because The Witcher's popular.
Yeah.
People call him that. I don't actually know. Maybe the G's silent and it's just Errol.
Nah, I think it is. We shouldn't overthink it. I think it's Gerald.
Yeah, I think it's just Gerald.
But we're commentators. We can do whatever we want. If I want to call this guy Gerard, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, no one's gonna stop us. Exactly. If only I'd practiced French.
Who's gonna stop me?
I could do the same. Yeah.
All right. Standard stuff so far. Yeah, the natural base was prevented for a little bit, perhaps, and then SoulSpirit took it on what the third usually would have been. Very standard nowadays. This Alien Esports logo, by the way. You seeing this?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very fitting. It reminds me of XCOM. If you play XCOM, the aliens in that kind of looks like some of those. Somebody in chat will know. They definitely play XCOM. It's such a good game.
I play almost no games. I only play StarCraft 2, Warcraft 3, and then a very few more. So.
Oh yeah, do you play any World of Warcraft as like a Warcraft 3 kind of guy? Do you
no.
play like other Blizzard games like Overwatch 2? Well, not Overwatch 2. That's never coming. But Overwatch, anything like that?
I did before a little bit here and there, but not for super long. But a long time ago, I did play World of Warcraft, like, I don't know, maybe like 2005 or something.
Yeah.
And I played till level 10, and then I was like, okay, this is not for me. Because I'm like a real-time strategy, like not the MMO guy.
Yeah, you're like, wait, only one character? What is this?
Yeah, and
this is easy. I need 20.
I had to go in the forest to like kill a boar to get meat and stuff, and it was like so boring and challenging. I had to cross the entire map, and then a friend of mine showed up. I don't know what was the max, maybe like level 60 back then.
Yeah.
And then he just did like one spell and killed everything in the surroundings. I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. So I'm gonna go play some more WoW 3. This is more my game.
Actually, what race do you play in StarCraft? I mean, I imagine that you play all 3 to some level, but like, what's your when you competed, what was your go-to?
In Brood War, I played Terran, but I wasn't like competitive or something. But in StarCraft 2, when I was pro, I played Protoss, and in Warcraft 3, I played Human.
Okay, interesting. I'm an Orc guy in Warcraft 3, but I never competed in that. Like, I was just like do the custom maps, bit of Wintermole and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, those are very popular.
Oh, that's so fun. One of them even got turned into a real game. You ever heard of League of Legends? Yeah, that used to be a Warcraft 3 game.
Never heard of. All right. Adepts harassing some of these drones there. And
yeah,
he gets
little small crawler trick there. Keeps one drone alive. That's nice, cute. But 5 go down. That's quite surprising considering there was queens there as well to help defend that.
Yeah, I think for SoulSpirit, like, this was decent. Ideally, you want to lose even less than that. But, I mean, we've seen so many games for, like, the Adepts here. Like, they get, like, 10 drones or something, and it's, like, an absolute disaster. So it was kind of, like, in the middle. Void Ray after the initial Oracle, by the way. So not going to go into some sort of double Oracle. Oh, my God, the Oracle. No!
Oh! Barely gets away. That is... That guy is... he's calling his wife and kids after this one.
I'm coming home.
I'm making it home. No, he's going to get sent back into the backline at some point. But this Void Ray, dealing with these lanes, just kind of pushing them off, stopping any kind of scouting and nosing around from SoulSpirit there. So Gerald here. Yeah, with the Void Ray, I mean, that's not something that we've seen as much of at this DreamHack, I feel. Like, we've not been seeing as many Void Ray plays from Protoss players. It has been opting for the Oracle in general, I would say. Not to say we haven't seen it at all, but what do you think is kind of the plan here for Gerald with that Void Ray?
I think just try and prevent a false base for a little bit on the right-hand side if he can. Like, find... just annoy his opponent a little bit. Oh, actually, this is where it was triggered here on one single drone. Nicely done by SoulSpirit, who did lose some mining time. Yeah, he's not expecting to achieve amazing things, but if he can be a little annoying and keep the minds of SoulSpirit off of those glaive adepts marching across the map, because there's not many units right now. Oh my god, wait.
Yeah, just a couple
of queens
here.
He has no links, no roaches. He has 6 roaches.
He's just got these queens here who do a good job, but they're not quick enough to keep up with the shading adepts who are going to get up into the main if they want it. Yeah, they're going to commit to it. Are they going to just go for drones here? It looks like they're just completely ignoring the army just to get some drone kills here. Really good at adept round.
Gerald is about to have adepts in every single base right now. He's got some in the third base. He's going to shade some in the expansion. He needs to get a lot of drones.
Chaos.
Like he hasn't gotten nearly enough, even though this is still damage. And okay, they're shading to the main base. Void Ray attacking a spawning pool. Why not? He's like, this is my time. Stasis Ward at the expansion. He's gonna trap a lot of drones potentially. Oh, it gets killed in the last second before that would have been triggered. 18 drones have been sniped. Yeah, this is great damage because now we got 66 probes to 47 drones.
Yeah, just keeping SoulSpirit at bay, and Gerald actually having the work account advantage here, which you never want to see, but can SoulSpirit even up with a Ling run by here in the natural? The recall on the single Void Ray, it is going to be able to deal with these Lings, but not very quickly. And yeah, a couple probes go down, just a little handful. Just a teeny tiny handful there.
And the wall was filled, that's why the Ling's gone in, by the way. He was missing a pylon, the one he's making now at the third base.
Yeah. He's not going to let that mistake happen again.
SoulSpirit, after losing this many workers, it's really, really tough, because you can either like go completely all in, but that just wouldn't work here. I think there would be a hold from Gerald. You have to drone a little bit. He counterattacked with the units that he had, but wasn't able to find that much damage, and now it's like really awkward for him. He was behind in walkers for so long. It's a game where there's still glaives to worry about, so adepts could just come into his bases at any time. This Void Ray, are you kidding me? He's got 16 kills! What the hell is this? 17 now?
Goodness. And I think those are all drones. Like, I don't think that's a single... Oh, no, I think he killed a few Lings at the beginning, actually. So, not fully just all workers there.
I mean, very often you'll see a Void Ray just kind of like fly around, kill 1 or 2 Overlord, and then be a little bit annoying, be a little bit pesky. But 17 kills. This is a badass right here.
Yeah, Gerald is all over SoulSpirit here. Just really keeping him locked down, keeping him back. The creep spread is nice from SoulSpirit, but... there's no workers to creep on, you know? There's, they just keep getting battered away with these Void Rays, with the Adeptras, which I feel like has come mostly to an end here. But now we have the Stalkers moving in. Nice sizable Roach Force here from SoulSpirit. But with the Immortal coming in, Disruptor. Some nice shots land. This could be good. Oh! Kills his own Immortal! Not what you want to see!
Get the friendly fire. Being,
friendly fire indeed.
Getting the flashback of me playing team games right here.
You know, I have one Disruptor game in me, and somebody comes into my chat and they say, oh, what does that Disruptor unit do? And I go, oh, it like throws these Novas and they like explode. As I say that, I blow up the whole of my army with 3 Disruptor shots that I didn't see.
Oh my God.
And then I just never played Disruptors again. I was like, nope, stick to my 4 gates.
Let's consider it, let's call it a demo. What it does.
Yeah. I was just explaining what happened.
Centrifugal hooks here. About to complete, and there's no upgrades though. For Lings and Banes. It's gonna be 0, no attack upgrade, but I think he just wants to kinda swarm the third base. He has enough Ravagers to break any force fields that could be there. There is no force field, coincidentally. But there is Disruptors.
Full Banelings morph in, and we got an attack on this kind of left side here as well, just to pull Gerald's army back. Disruptor shot goes off, only hits 1 roach. It was going to be friendly fire there if he wasn't careful. He's going to clean up these roaches and whatnot on the left-hand side, but on this right-hand side, he's just getting pummeled.
Oh, the Disruptor shots. Important for Gerald to get a solid defense here. He was always going to lose some probes. It's really about how much. 26 is quite a bit, though. Those spies needs to dodge all of them here, if he can. SoulSpirit almost had his own friendly fire.
Yeah, these Disruptor shots luckily just kind of keeping SoulSpirit away, but yeah, a lot of probes lost there just to make recompense with what happened previously for SoulSpirit. And now the worker supply is looking a little bit more in SoulSpirit's favor, but not by much. He's not been droning up too much as a result.
Yeah, SoulSpirit is only on lair tech. So he needs, like, it's normal for him to be ahead in supply when he's making that as many roaches, but he needs to make something happen with them because, look, he's not droning up anymore. 65 workers against 55, he's just flooding the map with units. Lynx, Banes, Roach, Ravager. And I think he's going to try the exact same two-pronged attack here in a second, perhaps. No, it's text to Hive now. Okay.
Okay. Again, he's listening to you, Todd. He heard you. He's like, oh, wait, where's my Hive? And he's getting it. So
I might have preferred if he just went for the attack, personally, because it seems like it's so hard for him to build up his economy. Look, he's still getting units.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? He's not expanding here, and I feel like he's got to do something to keep ahead of the Protoss. These Adepts coming back up into the main, getting a little bit of damage here. 10 more drones go down, so that's evening things out even more. Well, actually reducing SoulSpirit to fewer workers than Protoss, which is never where you want to really be.
Dark Templars everywhere, just finding some drone damage. And we've had, so far, a lot of workers killed. SoulSpirit has killed 31 probes, and Gerald has killed 63 drones. Wow, almost 100 workers in total going down.
That is a lot. That is a lot. There's been so much harassment here from both these players, and now we actually see on the side of SoulSpirit, he is getting the Overlord movement speed. Could we see some Bane drops potentially? I mean, I'm not seeing. It doesn't look like he has too many Banes, or I'm not seeing any Banes like on the map now.
Yeah, usually you'd wait for +2 to complete. Yeah, he has a single Baneling actually right now, but he could morph them at any time. He went for Hive Tech for Vipers here. Did SoulSpirit? I think he wants to abduct the Disruptors, get rid of them. Like, if he gets rid of the Disruptors, dealing with this army is going to be very easy.
Yeah, exactly that. I think he just needs to pull those in. He knows that. And Gerald soon enough will also know that when he sees these Vipers.
Dark Templars sneaking into the expansion. I don't see any Overseer nearby. He's taking his attention away while doing this, and now he can just attack the 5th base up there and maybe snipe it before the fight actually even really takes place. And he's shading Adepts in the expansion. Again, Gerald is all over the place.
And in a good way as well. He is just really locking SoulSpirit down, just removing his drone count, but now friendly fire massive with the Disruptors. Takes out a bunch of Stalkers there. Is going to get some Roaches at least, but some really good splits there from SoulSpirit. I'm on the edge of my seat every second with these disruption shots, just right at the last second getting taken, but Gerald loses everything there. Every Stalker. I think did he manage to get a recall out as well, just from a few units?
Yeah, he recalled a bunch of them to the base above his main, but there was Dark Templars in the meantime everywhere. Just killing drones left and right. He got 22 more drones. And SoulSpirits. Looks like he wants to get a lot more Link. I guess he's probably not going to be too gas heavy from there because he lost so many drones again. And on the other side, we're going to start Storm and Charge. So getting ready to go into the next step. Oh, that one Disruptor is stuck up there.
Oh no, we've seen this before.
Wait, don't tell me he's going to set him free.
I think SoulSpirit's going to come help him out. I think he's going to set him free. But Gerald just can't get a really good engage here because he's just blocked off. He can't really get... He can get 2 Archons at a time. He's got to go around and do something here. Try and get these disruption shots to move SoulSpirit out and get him some really good connections here. This is insane. Yeah, SoulSpirit just isn't microing these units away. These Ravagers, these Roaches, he's just letting them connect. And Gerald's going to clean everything up, and that's going to be GG. Just disrupt to mayhem. That was it.
Yeah. Those games are so action-packed. Honestly, like... what I was saying earlier of players constantly getting better like this is like so true. I mean, back when I played, honestly, I was one of the, I would say, slowest players in terms of aggression. I would always just want to sit back, make it to 200, get like 5 bases, and I would be like, all right, now we can start fighting. You know, I can replace my army. Nowadays, just slugfest left and right. These guys just keep on fighting all the time. They're like, I'm better. No, I'm better. And then they just slug it out the whole time. It's so entertaining.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of brute force games today. A lot of kind of less so on the mind games. I feel like we did have that one game with Fujimi vs. Clan where there was kind of a mind game attempt there, but then these games have just been let's just slam into each other and see what happens. But those disruptor shots were fantastic, and Gerald just all over the map, killed what, maybe like 80 workers, 80 drones in that game. It was sensational, and just really burnt the gas out of SoulSpirit. Wasn't really able to outpace the Protoss, which is really what you need to do as the Zerg. You need that higher base count, higher drone count, higher unit count, and just to kind of brute force hammer yourself against the Protoss. Wasn't able to do it.
Really well done, honestly. Both players putting on a show here for us, Cybear. I'm pleased, and that was only game one. Hopefully we get all 3 mappers, so we can see even more of this. But if it's any indicator of how these guys are going to keep on playing, I'm sure we're going to be even more entertained. And honestly, I'm so glad that there's just no sitting around. I feel like in the past, there was a lot of those games where, like, you know, like the mass air wars between Protoss and Zerg, where like both players... yeah, exactly. They just like kind of like split the map. There's barely any harass happening. And then whenever there is, it gets shut down completely. And it's like, why did I even try and harass? And then, you know, the Golden Armada against the 120 spores of the opponents. As interesting as it can be sometimes, I prefer this type of game here where they're just like brawling all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think that it's a lot more interesting than, like you say, you know, where they kind of just stalemate and they both just look at each other like dogs, like barking dogs, and then as soon as you let the lead go, they kind of just like start cowering and they kind of just back away. That's what it's like, and then we get a base trade apparently. But yeah, very, very high aggression games today, which is good to see.
Absolutely. Let's go right into map number 2 here. There's 2 players starting in the bottom right-hand side of the map in the blue. Playing for Team Storm Gaming from Poland. It is Gerald.
And in the top left, in the red, I did attempt a horse neigh earlier for Team Liquid. I don't really quite know what an alien sound would be, but playing for Alien Esports, it is SoulSpirit, the Red Zerg.
We'll only know when we finally storm Area 51.
Yeah, that's what we need to do, chat. We need to storm Area 51 so that we can find out what aliens sound like, so that we can do our proper introductions.
Actually, we know like from some movies, but they all have it different. What's your favorite
like
alien movie?
Or something, yeah. Favorite alien movie? Oh, I like Men in Black. Men in Black's good, like the original.
Yeah,
that was a good one. Yeah.
I like Arrival.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, you need to see. Oh, this is a masterpiece. Any movie that Denis Villeneuve makes, you need to see.
Yeah, that name rings a bell. That name sounds familiar.
He did Blade Runner, like the latest, and Dune.
Okay. Oh yeah, he's fantastic then. Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, I'll have to give it a. I'll give it a go. Is it spooky? Am I gonna get scared? It's not spooky.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Because I'll get spooked, man. I can't do that.
No. I thought you were gonna say actually Alien, like the initial movie. And that's not everybody can stomach that too well.
Oh, I've never seen that either. Actually,
what?
You know, as far as my Alien movies go, I've not really been on top of it. You know, okay. I need to review.
Get in the lab, do some studying.
Yeah, see what I can get up to. But speaking of getting up to, we don't really have too much going on. Pretty standard stuff, I guess, from both players here. Like with last game, the natural expand getting denied, so SoulSpirit is gonna have to move over to the third and take that instead. Which, yeah, I like just cute little moves. Anytime you can disrupt your opponent from getting into their comfort zone, getting into their pre-planned build path, I think is a win, right? A small win at that, but definitely a win.
Yeah, I think last game, the glaives being undetected for as long as they were, and then, like, you know, adepts showing up when there was no unit, that was a big problem. Even though, honestly, SoulSpirit salvaged it. Because initially I saw, like, I don't know how many it was, but maybe like 8 adepts with glaive. I saw, like, no roach out, no ling, and then initially he had, like, only, like, 5.
It's like 4 queens, 5 queens,
5 roaches. Yeah. I was like, okay, well, he's dead. That's where most games would just end. But SoulSpirit kind of salvaged it, and I feel like it's also Gerald messed up a little bit with the shading and the micro and targets on the drones, but that's because you can't really be everywhere. In Archon mode, it's like you would have just killed him because there would be 2 players microing adepts perfectly everywhere. But Gerald's game plan wise, this was really good game 1. Now it's kind of hard to keep SoulSpirit guessing still, but on this map, let's see where the Overlord goes. If it can actually scout something here, because he's looking to conceal a Dark Shrine as well as a Robo. So there's going to be a Prism. The question is, does he want to do a Dark Templar harassment or the old school double Archon?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? And I mean, with the Robo Bay, I guess you got the Warp Prism potential. You can even do a little DT drop, which is nice.
Yeah, usually
Scope for that.
Okay, let's see the 2 more gates. If he goes for 2 more gates, then it's just going to be like you warp in 4 Dark Templars. And then you make 2 Archons, and then you just harass with that and try and splash some of these drones and really be annoying because they have so much shields that you can actually tank a lot of the damage from like Queens, Zerglings, you can just melt. But no, it's just 1 additional gateway here. So not going up to 4 gates.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say, I mean, those Archons would be so effective against what SoulSpirit has right now, which is literally just Lings and Queens, and it's just looking to base up, drone up, you know, just kind of econ this. So it would have been really effective, actually. I wonder if maybe if Gerald had scouted better. I mean, he's clearly got a build in mind, right? But maybe if he'd scouted better and realized he could do that, maybe that would be the play. But, I mean, he probably knows, knows what he's doing. Yeah, the Overlord watches that.
Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? I can see you.
He moves on like 2 feet and then goes, yeah. All right, I'll drop it here.
I can clearly see it. But there is no lair, obviously, so you have to rely on spores, which is more than enough to detect this.
Yeah, these DTs are not really going to get anything done. So it is going to have to probably be an Archon morph at some point, unless Gerald can do some kind of distraction here with some other units.
Yeah, the creep spread, by the way, is going on really, really well already here. Not getting denied at all. It's kind of like a short rush distance from player to player, especially when we start getting those middle bases, which you have to start taking from like the 3rd expansion or 2nd expansion.
Yeah, even like the base up here on the top right for Gerald looks very exposed in a sense. Like it's so far out, it's so far away from just like his actual base. It's. I agree with that. If you can get the creep spread from SoulSpirit, then should be able to make some moves.
We know how aliens sound like, by the way. Did you hear those Zerglings die and then the Overlord died? That's what they sound like.
I'm not gonna do it, Todd. I'm not gonna do the Zergling impersonation. Not on my first broadcast, dude. I can't. Maybe 2nd or 3rd, you'll get one from me.
That's a promise.
All right, I'll practice. These Archons, yeah, just decimating these Queens here. And what are you gonna restore some Lings up? Nope.
Oh my god, that was close. They got down to very little shield points here, so in which case after that they have actually very few hit points. You really can't afford to lose these Archons. He's gonna let them replenish those shields. Is that a Disruptor drop? As he's gonna transition into here. I see a little upgrade here in the Robo Bay. Makes me think that. He's getting Blink as well, the Prism obviously already there.
Yeah, he definitely wants more work from this Prism as well, because he is, you know, upgrading the speed there for it. So he wants more from it. He wants more from it. And yeah, getting Blink pretty standard. Getting the Disruptors going to be effective. He knows that there's Roaches on the field, so when there's Roaches, there's going to be Ravages. Disruptors
the Expo?
are normally pretty effective against those.
Actually, they don't have their full shields yet.
Oh, and wait, he cancels the warp in, then decides to warp in again anyway? Cancels his base? Realizes there's no detection here, I guess.
Yeah. Really well done. I wonder if he's... Wait, no, he's not getting a 2nd Prism.
He didn't get a 2nd Prism, I don't think, but he got the Prism speed.
Oh, he's recalling the Archons.
Oh, fantastic.
Look at this, they're teleporting. All over the place.
With the shield battery as well, just to get him back up to full power here. Really, really nice.
So very different game to last year. Completely different opener, no glaives, instead went into an Archon drop, then into Disruptors. Whereas on the other side, SoulSpirit, fortunately for him, he didn't start the game by losing 14 workers, so this time around he's going straight into Hive. Very quick Hive.
Yeah, you didn't even have to tell him this time. He did it all on his own, so... definitely feeling more comfortable on the side of SoulSpirit this game. I think Gerald definitely put him off his, off his footing in the last one. But this just shows the kind of the wisdom of these players, that they can keep in it. And now some disruptor shots coming in. There is going to be this engagement in the right-hand side of the map. Up onto the fourth base of SoulSpirit. Can he deny it? Can Gerald deny it? Potentially, it looks like it. These disruptor shots doing really effective jobs of these Novas.
He's gonna get overrun though. And he didn't kill the hatchery. It's actually really low.
Not able to finish it off. He does have a few units, but those are gonna get picked off.
Oh my god.
And now Gerald will have to back away.
Oh, the
nice
Lynx
defense from SoulSpirit there.
Lynx are sneaking into the expo, but there's a cannon. Is there one in the main? Yes. Gerald defending really well. Maybe he left the door open on purpose.
Yeah, come on in. My, what big cannons you have, you know? It's, welcomed him in.
I'll tell you what, if there was 26 Lynx running in there, I don't think he'd be too happy to have left the door open. War Prism actually gets taken out. A bit sloppy here by Gerald, not to move that back. And we have Vipers on the menu again.
Okay. Gonna just be able to yoink those disruptors. Didn't get to do it last game from SoulSpirit. I believe he made a couple Vipers, didn't he? But he just didn't ever actually really get the use, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas this game, hopefully, should be a bit more effective.
Let's see. Moving forward here. First Nova is used. He's sending DTs on the left-hand side here, knowing that there might not be much, but there's actually an intercept. Little squad here from SoulSpirit. Very nicely done. And he reacts instantly. Yeah, I don't know about this Archon. That's presumptuous. Try and morph that.
I think he was just trying to do something with it, I guess, just to delay a little bit more. Keep SoulSpirit a little bit busy. But yeah, the attack doesn't get deflected from Gerald. He's got to back away, because SoulSpirit's army is looking pretty mean. The Disruptors all on their own. They're going to push it. SoulSpirit back, but now they get abducted. And then down they go, down to only 2 Disruptors left. But they're in hot water. They got to get out of there. These Vipers are going to be dangerous.
He abducted a Ling, I think, by accident. Nova!
Not welcome in.
Okay. Those lands, there's still a lot of roaches left. SoulSpirit with the healthy supply lead, but it's a lot of roaches. Where does this game go from there? Does he want to keep on attacking here? SoulSpirit, I mean, he's almost maxed out. I don't think he should be sitting back, but then every time he attacks, this happens! Oh my god, he just does so much!
That just turns the battle right there. I mean, Protoss, get a couple Novas, and that's it. It just brings you back in line. I mean, the army count looking a lot better here for Gerald now in comparison, but SoulSpirit going to be able to more or less remax.
Upgrade-wise, we're on +2 for Gerald, who's actually getting +1 armor next instead of +3 attack. Kind of unconventional. Usually you always want to go for the attack. Zealots in the top right. I think they were headed towards that expansion, and they found an extra one that they can get an easy cancel on. We'll be happy to get that. Things are getting scary now for SoulSpirit, because Gerald's gonna equalize the supply, and those disruptors, I mean, he's shown that he's really good with them.
Yeah, he's got really good control. No friendly fire so far. Really good control. And I will say, SoulSpirit's not been fantastic at kind of splitting his army and microing them away from these Novas incoming. So he has had trouble with that. But now, he doesn't even... Did he get the cancel on that?
I'm not sure. SoulSpirit's starting to... He's building a bit of a bank. Maybe he's not quite certain what he should get. Yeah, the attack on the right-hand side is going to zone away the Lurkers. An army of SoulSpirit very nicely. There is not Storm yet, actually. He moved out without that.
Big feedback on the Vipers, and the Disruptors live to see another day for now. Those Vipers are just now sitting ducks. Can't really do much with the Lurkers. Yeah, getting something done there.
Seismic Spines.
Disruptors and the Psy Storms as well. These Lurkers, I don't think are going to be too effective, or shouldn't be.
When you got the hatchery with the Nova up there. Zealous in the expansion at the same time here, gonna get cleaned up. Gerald's actually losing a lot of supply here. This is This last Zealot run-by was really not cost-effective. He lost all of them, barely killed anything with it. And now his supply kind of plummeted, so he kind of feels like maybe he should have saved those resources to make maybe more Stalker. Just build up a big Stalker disruptable to where he can just keep on fighting consistently and get better trades.
Yeah. He's looking kind of low on units at the moment for the side of Gerald. He's not... I mean, he's got a big bank, though. Not super gas heavy. But he can... I believe he got the charge tech. Yes, he's got his charge, so he can kind of reform with some pillars. But he's got to do something about those lurkers. And the Vipers.
Yeah, SoulSpirit finding a nice timing here before there would be more disruptors to help Gerald handle all these lurkers. That's a lot of lurkers, my goodness. He has 9 in total. Both upgrades. Seismic Spines and Adaptive Talents.
Disruptor shots are good. They all, well, some of them are good. They're landing on those lurkers, but not fantastic. Now 28 probes go down for the side of Gerald there. Losing a lot. He's got this one lurker in the top right just dealing a lot of damage. And lurkers in the third expansion as well.
Yeah, Gerald's in a lot of trouble. I think he's doing what he can. He cannot engage into this army, I think. Oh, unless Lurker's on burrowed and running away, then he can. And Lurker on the right-hand side is doing so much harass. Gerald needs to react. Is that even in range for the being detection? I think so. He moves it back.
Yeah, finds a nicer spot for it. He is going to be able to shut down that lurker, so that's good. Has the observers there available. But and Gerald, during all of that, was triple kind of retaliating. He was attacking in the top right, in the, I guess, bottom left, or top left, I guess, depending on how you look at it. So managing to kill one of the expansions there of SoulSpirits, and managing to kind of bruise another one. So good counterattacks from Gerald probably kept him in this game in a better state than he would have been.
And now again, he's going to go forward on the top sides. I think Disruptors here makes you so confident. And he has Storm as well now this time around. Double AoE.
Tempest, which can deal with the lurkers as well.
It's going to be a Psionic Barbecue, Cyber.
Yeah. Sounds like something I'd be all about. I'm all about this. Actually, that's why my name is Psy, by the way, because of Psy Storm. Because I absolutely love them. Oh.
I thought you were going to tell me you're really into Zerg meats.
Oh. No, I can't eat them if I'm gonna speak like them. These disruptor shots.
Oh my god.
SoulSpirit kind of 1As here through these storms. The lurkers burrow, but Gerald was able to back away. The Tempests are gonna be dealing with these Hydras, and then just free reign on these lurkers. Nothing to really protect SoulSpirit now. I think Gerald just has too much here. GG, gonna take it 2-0.